Blimey.
Hi everyone, welcome to Lawless the Bunker. As we can't get everyone together this year, we've decided to go digital and keep you guys and the Lawless community engaged with a series of interviews and panels online. Join us as we hide away from the plague and catch up with some of our amazing creators who've worked with us over the years at Lawless. We decided we ought to invite a few people into the bunker for a bit of a catch up, and this evening we're pleased to welcome Glenn Fabry. Hi Glenn, how you doing?
Fabry.
Fabry, I'm so sorry. I've been pronouncing your name wrong
That's
all
all
these
right.
years.
Everybody mispronounces my name.
Glenn Fabry, there you go. And it's Glenn with two N's as well, which is the other thing I always get wrong.
I know, it's irritating.
So Glenn
Um,
Fabry, how are you doing, Glenn Fabry?
well, not too bad. It's actually quite interesting
Yeah?
stuff that's going on at the moment.
It's
Um,
lots going on, isn't there?
yeah, there's also sort of odd stuff that is cropping up, which is
Yeah.
actually interesting as far as my career is concerned.
Excellent. I'll get onto that in a bit then, and we'll catch up with what you've been doing most recently. So tell us about. Obviously, we've been locked down now for a year or so, and we didn't have Lawless
Mm.
last year. Sadly, it all got cancelled. So, when it all got announced last year? How did it affect you? Was it a massive change for you both, or did you have an impact more of those around you rather than yourself? How's it been for
Well,
you?
really, no, I'm a self-employed illustrator. It doesn't make any difference to me at all. I'm always going to be inside on my own, being late with deadlines. Well,
Yeah.
I've got it's not exactly. So,
Yeah. So, what were you working on at the time when you got when it all got announced and stuff? Can you remember?
oh, yeah, it was Mardy with
Oh, Mardy.
Zoe Bowie, Duncan Jones. Yeah.
Cool. Okay then. So tell me how that came about then, because you did some work with Alex DeCampi and Duncan Jones on that, didn't you? So how did that come about for you? Tell me about that.
Duncan Jones was interested in making a movie, uh, part of a sort of science fiction trilogy that started with Moon, then it went into Source Code, and then there was going to be one called Mute.
Okay.
Um, that and that was going to need more money to get the thing off the ground.
Yeah.
And he decided that what he wanted to do was have a graphic novel to support it, and then show to his investors
Yeah.
because he's, at that time, he was basically independent sort of film director producer. He
Yeah.
wasn't working for any studios.
Okay. So he
So
could do it all
I
himself.
ended up, sort of working on this graphic novel, Mute, for about 4 years.
Oh wow.
Um, 3 years of it I ended up in Belfast with because I was so late with everything, as I
Yeah.
continue to be. I'm known as the late Glenn Figure. So, anyway, um, we did that for 3.5, sort of 4 years. And then he
Yeah.
did the Warcraft movie with Legendary Pictures,
He did. I remember. Yeah.
which ended up being the most successful film at the time that had ever been seen in China.
It was
So
a good movie, to be honest.
he didn't need to look around for people to invest in his movies anymore. He'd got
Excellent.
loads of
So
dosh from China.
cool. So what bits did you do on Mardi then? I've not actually I didn't have a chance to go in for the Kickstarter on it. So what was your story involvement with Mardi then?
Well, having worked with me on Mute and
Yeah.
finding it took bloody ages to get anything done, he decided that if he was going to write a movie script, Alex DeCampi as well is
Yeah.
involved in it,
Yeah.
then the best way to get the thing done quickly was to get loads of other comic strip artists involved in it. And
Cool.
I would, I got 13 pages out of it.
Cool.
Um,
Excellent.
so,
Can you tell us anything about the plot?
now that isn't plot of that isn't the plot of Mardy. Mardy is some sort of weird alien robot who,
Oh right. Okay.
well, no, she's not an alien robot. she's a military robot,
Yeah.
and uh, Soul is taken over by the various robotic things that they do to make her more efficient as a
Gosh.
military assassin.
Cool. Intriguing. It is
Well,
something I do need to
it's
get
how
it.
it happens. We've all done it.
Oh yeah, I hate it when that happens. It's usually me after
Yeah.
too many rum. So, what other products have you been working on in the last year then? What's been keeping you busy?
Well, I've been working on sort of what is it, a couple of things for 2000 AD. I'm
Yeah.
working on uh, sorry, yeah, yeah, no. Yeah. I've done a couple of covers for heavy metal.
Yeah.
There's Varney the Vampire that I'm working on with Scott Messino. Uh, I've done a Future Shock with Mark McCann,
Oh,
and
cool. Yeah.
sort of
Future
various
Shock's
bits and
always good.
pieces
Yeah.
and stuff like
Excellent.
that. But
What
it's very,
characters? What characters have you been working on?
sorry.
What characters have you been working on? What's you been? What's been most enjoyable or your favourite?
I'm working on this thing with Karen called Sekhmet, which is basically the Egyptian goddess of war and thunder and all of that kind of
Okay.
stuff,
Yeah.
which we sort of write ourselves. And well,
Oh
ish.
wow.
We've, we've got we've got some friends. Jordan Thomas is helping us out with it,
Yeah.
but um, there are all these kind of things that keep them sort of showing up.
Keep
Have
going
you
on.
ever
You've done
heard
some.
of what is it? The Wizard Lizard and the Gizzard. That lot.
I've not. No. Who's that done by?
The Gizzard of the Lizard Wizard. They're an
That sounds. I
Australian rock band,
was going to say that's my new
and
band name.
you know, but I mean, I'd never heard of them, but they're my daughter's favourite pop group, and she
Oh,
saw them live in Brighton, and I'm currently doing a film poster with them. So
nice.
it's weird stuff keeps on
Always lots
occurring.
going on. Yeah. Excellent. Have you seen any? What's your favourite band or what music are you into?
Oh, I'm just old, old. I love the Pogues. I love the Ramones.
Can't
I
go wrong
like
with
the.
the Ramones.
Not so
Say
keen
again?
on Morrissey, but I do like the Smiths. You
Yeah, good
know.
shout.
I'm old. I'm old. Man. I'm going to be
I think.
60 in 2 weeks. That's
Oh
how old
yeah,
I am. I am
you've
indeed.
how you feeling these days? Because you had a few health problems recently, didn't you? You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm better than I had. Better than when I had my health problems.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
they
had a
were
bit of a scare the
grim.
other. Yeah, I was gonna say you had a bit of a scare, didn't you, the other year? I remember.
Yeah, I did.
But you're doing all
Yeah.
right now.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well. I mean, I did love sort of living in Belfast,
Yeah.
but if I'd have stayed another Christmas in Belfast, it would have killed me. It really
Really.
would. Oh
Oh,
God, yeah,
just like
yeah. I
cold
wouldn't
and
have
rain
liked
and
it.
weather.
No, no, no. It's too cold, wet, and horrible.
Yeah.
So
No,
I'm
it's
over here in the
understandable.
Isle of Wight,
Yeah.
which is like t-shirt weather.
Yeah.
In Belfast, you get t-shirt weather 2 days a
Can't
year.
can't go wrong. And there's a couple of good festivals there, I think, as well that are meant to be good.
Sorry?
And there's a couple of good festivals there as well that are meant to be good when they get started again.
Yeah, well, we haven't had the opportunity to indulge. I've only been over 2 years, and it's all been in lockdown. So
Yeah, it's on that lockdown doesn't help.
we were going to
Um,
be. Karen's just reminded me. We were going to go over to Duran last year, but we missed
cool.
them. We didn't. No,
We were
we
gonna go
didn't
to
miss them. They missed us.
we were gonna go to download last year because I really wanted to go and see Iron Maiden, and then that all got binned off. So
Iron Maiden.
I know I really want to see Iron Maiden. Up the irons.
Oh God! All right. I've
So
met Lemmy loads of times because he used to go to this pub in Shepton called the
did
Warren
he?
Lodge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I I went to the Warren Lodge in Shepperton, and I sat on this table. It's the only table without anybody sitting on it. So I thought, oh yeah, I'll take this one. And then the barman came in and said, "You can't take that table. It's Lemmy's table." I said, "What?"
No.
I said, "Oh, Lemmy. Oh." Had to move off the table. And believe it or not, Lemmy and Filthy Animal Taylor, came
Yeah.
and sat on the table. And
Fair
the rest of the
play.
pub was just heaving.
Yeah.
Just like, but they had a private table.
You always end up having stuff like that happen to you. You had that happen to you when you were in America for Preacher as well, didn't you? Didn't you? Nobody knew who you were. You ended up like getting to know the whole of the cast of Preacher, didn't you, at one point?
No, that was in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
We went to do a sort of signing in Philadelphia, and I knew that Dom,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Good old
Dominic
Dom.
Cooper, he was
Yeah.
he was doing a signing like 200 yards behind my table, and not only had he just finished working on a film with Duncan Jones, I
Yeah.
was working with at the time,
All
or knew,
networking.
but he's also going to be sort of starring in Preacher as Preacher.
Oh, wow.
And,
Yeah.
so, it's like 200 yards behind me. I might as well go over and sort of say hello
Yeah.
because it was just too odd to not. So when you're doing these things on a table, people come by you and they like sort of say, "Can we get you anything?" It's my attempt at an American accent. "Can we get some water or anything like that?" And I sort of, well, there's Dominic Cooper. He's going to be signing in about half an hour, sort of behind me. Is there any way I could pop into the green room? I said, "There is no green room. There is no green room." So, is there a way that I could sort of have a quick word with him? Wish him luck or whatever.
Oh.
And the woman said, "We'll see what we can do." And she came back with a golden ticket, like Willy Wonka,
Oh.
and gave me a golden ticket.
Yeah.
So I walked past all these people, they're armed guards, because there was, Iron Man was there, Thor was there, Loki, all of those actors were there. And they
Oh,
actually
wow.
had, armed guards,
You're all in
you know,
the Hollywood Quarter.
yeah, protecting them and all of that. So anyway, I got this ticket, and I sort of walked through this kind of crowd of people queuing up to see Dominic Cooper, and they were going, "Hey, who's this guy? Who's this guy? He's just walking through. We've been standing here half an hour. Who is it?" They were like short. I was going ticket, and I was sort of waving the ticket. Anyway, I finally got through to. Yeah, I know. Anyway, I got through. There's this kind of tent sort of bit, and there's Dominic Cooper. And he's got this
Yeah.
beautiful girl in his lap. They're all kind of smiley and kissy, and with the photos and everything. And
Yeah.
she leaves, and he turns around and looks at me like I just shat in his kettle. And it's like, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "Well, I'm Glenn Fabry. I did the covers for Preacher, just and I have the collected book
Yeah.
which I've written in. Best of luck. I hope everything goes well. Signed Glenn Fabry was there, and sort of kept it. "Well, what are you giving me this book for?" I said, "Well, I did the covers for Preacher." He said, "You did the covers for Preacher? Which ones?" I
You're
said,
like all
"All
of
of
them.
them, all of them, all of them." I said, "Did you do that one?" He said, "Yeah, I did all of them." And all of a sudden, he jumped on the table and started pointing at me, saying, this man is a genius!" Like that. It was one of the best moments of my life without any sex involved.
Amazing. That's awesome. Fair play. You got to meet the old Hollywood elites. What did you think of the series? Did you like it, or did you watch it?
Well, I thought that I would have. Well, I didn't have any uh, choice or any kind of influence whatsoever. But the
Yeah.
guy they chose to play Cassidy,
Yeah.
if I'd have had a word in it, it would have been that guy.
Yeah, he nailed it.
And
I really like him, and
he
I've
was
forgotten the guy's
it was
name.
it was perfect.
He was
It
spot
was
on,
it was
wasn't he? Yeah, he
yeah.
is really, really good.
It was
Uh,
too Cassidy. It was
yeah, I like
Cassidy plus.
absolutely
Yeah,
nailed it. Yeah,
yeah.
I've forgotten the name of the actor. It's annoying me, but he's done a few bits and pieces, and he's always very, very good at that aggravating
Yeah, it's
character.
been mental. It's just, he can actually convince you that he is dangerously insane.
Yeah. Okay. So, have you been binging anything else during lockdown then? So you said you watched Preacher and stuff. Is there anything else that you've been watching or listening to during lockdown, or any music you've been into, or movies that you've seen that you've liked? Tell us about what you've been up to.
Well, there's the boys, of course, which is
Boys
Duncan
is
then.
awesome. Yeah.
Sorry, Derek and Garth,
Yeah.
Derek and Garth on the boys,
I love the
which is
boys.
yeah, I've met oh, what's his face who plays, what's the name of the guy who plays the Carl Urban. Yeah, I met him a couple of times before conventions.
Gotta
He's
love
always
Carl
been
Urban. He's a
okay.
lovely
Yeah.
bloke. I need to read the graphic novel of the boys actually, or the comics. I've not read the comics, but I've seen the show, and I really really like the show.
Well, Derek Robertson, personal friend of mine, did all the artwork on it.
Oh,
He's
fair play.
brilliant. I
He
love
is very good.
Derek.
Cool. I need to go and hunt it down and have a read. What's the other one I really like?
Yeah.
I'm Happy. Have you watched Happy?
No.
Based on a graphic novel as well.
Karen's
Well,
watched Happy. Is Happy any good?
yes, highly recommend. It has the kind of same silly, violent
Silly violent film.
feel like
Is it Derek as well? Bloody
that'll be
hell.
why I like it. Then that'll be why. There you go.
Yeah, you can't get rid of him.
There you go. Go and watch Happy.
Chuck
It's
a
really really
brick out
cool.
the window, you end up hitting on the back of the neck.
So, have you been working with any other creators at all recently? Have you been working with any other writers or artists who you've been chatting to?
Well, Karen, Karen Holloway is now my full-time colorist. I've never learned how to use a computer,
Yeah,
and I don't know how to. I mean, if I turn on a computer, it turns itself off.
yeah.
So, you know, but Karen's learned how to
Karen
do
does a
it, and
fantastic
she's
job.
doing
I've
a
seen
really
her
good
colouring.
job.
Yeah, I've seen her colouring. It's really
We are
good.
we're a double team now.
Do a good
We're
job, yeah.
together. Something like that.
Fair play, well done. So have you discovered any other new skills or new passions at all during lockdown? So have you taken up making sourdough or learnt to play an instrument or anything like that at all?
No, I'm just getting worse. I'm more or less actually, falling to bits. Oh,
Oh,
I have started taking up qigong again.
say again.
Qigong,
Oh, what's
it's
qigong?
like Chinese yoga. I've started doing that again.
Yeah, how's that? Tell me about
Keep
that.
it down. Well, it's a breathing thing,
Right.
and you know, loads of people do it. Millions of people do it. Loads of
Is it
people
kind of
all over China and Iggy Pop. They all
is
do
it
that.
kind of like meditation and like yoga, or is it?
Yes, it's a bit. The idea behind it is that you're supposed to do these kind of gestures and this kind of physical routine, but while
Yeah.
you're doing it, you're also supposed to be imagining like sort of things in your head. So, for example, there's this metal bit. You're supposed to be thinking about metal. So you breathe in and you think about metal,
Okay.
and then you breathe out and you think about metal. And there's another one where it's water, and then there's another one where it's fire, and there's
You
another one where
you then
it's
become an
earth.
airbender and learn to channel the
Yeah, yeah,
elements.
it's wood. So it's actually involving you doing these movements, but
Yeah.
also you're visualizing yourself in specific situations, which I found, peculiar. So I thought I'll give a go with it, and
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Excellent. That's really cool. Do you find it very meditative?
Yeah, it's only about 15 minutes a day, but
No,
it's
it
good for you.
keeps you occupied, definitely. Excellent.
Mm.
So what kind of project are you working on at the moment then? You're saying you're doing, was it one with Karen at the moment, Sekhmet?
Yeah, that's like sort of going me and Karen's big project.
Yeah.
I'm working on Varney the Vampire with Scott Messino, which is also, sort of pretty big project. I'm Yeah, I'm doing a cover with Garth for his latest project. I'm doing sort of covers for heavy metal and Lizard, Gizzard, Wizard, and Dark Horse. Yeah, we're doing
And
stuff
Dark
with
Horse
Dark
as well. Wow, so proper
Horse.
busy then.
Yeah, my
What
dance card was full.
what? So you don't do the colouring, you just do the drawing and the inking, do you? I take it. So
At the moment, yeah. I mean, I
yeah,
can't do the computer. There are a few things that I'm actually doing paintings for,
yeah.
and they're proper paintings because I've always sort of done
What
that.
is that? Oils or acrylics or what type of paintings?
Yeah, it's pretty much acrylic with the colour pencils, lipstick, magic marker, gouache, bird poo,
you
or
got
whatever.
you got many commissions on or anything then?
Yeah,
Yeah. I remember you've
uh,
mentioned online a while back that you were behind on your commissions and people were waiting on stuff on you, weren't they?
yeah. I've actually got that down
Oh,
to
well
the
done.
one last guy.
Fair play. That's
So,
awesome.
yeah. Well, decided I was just going to have to stop. I mean, there's this bit when we were going to all the conventions,
Yeah.
and I'd end up going to conventions and people would come up and they'd ask me to do things, and um, I'd have this list, and more or less 10 times out of 11, I didn't have time to
Yeah.
do their commission. So I'd say, well, you'll have to wait. I'll give them my email and all that, so they
Yeah.
could continue to remind me if I was late with everything. And it just got like horrible. There was like sort
Oh,
of people saying that I was ripping them off, I was stealing their money and like, sort of stuff like that.
no, that's not
And
good.
I really wasn't. It was never my intention to do anything like that. But people would say, "No, you have to do this. You have to. You have to. You have to." So I ended up with this huge, like, sort of list.
Yeah.
But now I'm down to the one guy.
Excellent. No, that's good. I always the convention circuit with all the guys that we have, the creators that we have at Lawless, doing their people coming up and asking them for sketches and stuff. It's phenomenal how they're able to produce the stuff that they produce in a day. It's I fair play. I have so much respect. So
Mm.
no, I totally get it.
Yeah, but
You
I'm not as good as them.
no, not just that you have to be a really quick drawer. I would have thought, like if you're gonna, I've seen
Yeah.
some of the guys. They're
Well, you
just
could do that, but I don't. I mean, I could knock out, some pot of old bollocks in 5 seconds, but I don't want to do that anymore. So
sure. No, that's cool. No, I'm glad you've been keeping busy and everything. You've been doing okay. Is there anything that you want to promote or recommend or signal boost or any comics or projects or products or anybody else that you want to shout out about and say hello to or anything?
I'd say Vonnie the Vampire with Scott Messino. I would say um, Sekhmet, me and
We'll certainly,
Karen,
yeah,
and
we'll certainly keep an eye out for that.
yeah,
How's
we've
Sekhmet going
got
to be
Matt.
produced? Is that going to be a Kickstarter or how's that going to come out?
Yeah, it's going to be a Kickstarter thing.
Cool, yeah, we'll certainly promote that for you, definitely.
Oh, great!
Yeah, keep us
Please
posted
do.
on that. Yeah, no, we'll keep us posted on that. We'll certainly see what we can do for you.
Right, how are you doing?
Yeah, we're doing okay. Lockdown's been fun. I've been working from home since March last year, so it's no change for me
Mm,
really. I work in insurance, so I sit answering the phone all day, so it's fine. And it was a shame to cancel Lawless last year. I think that was a real, and having to do it again this year as well was a downer. So it's good to be able to do this and see you guys
Not
and
this year either.
say again.
Not this year either.
No, no, can't do it this year either. Combination of things that I don't think they're going to let us do 300 people in a hotel by May in one shape or form, and we got a lot of traders and a lot of artists and creators who don't want to come to a 300-person show. It's a germ magnet, so it's not the best. It's not the most ideal circumstances like for plague-ridden country at the moment. So yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna do a
it's a
2-day
bit of
show
a
next year.
downer, I admit.
Say again.
That is a bit of a downer, I
It is a
admit.
little bit of a downer, yeah. So, but we're definitely booked for next year. We're going to do a 2-day show next year, so it's going to be Saturday and Sunday next year. all systems go. So we try to do digital this year. So we'll do 15th of May, or this will go up live, so you can see the interview. And then next year we'll do a full 2 day show. We'll get everybody along and we'll make a big one.
Yeah, well, it's always great. I mean, I do like showing up over there.
It's a good fun. It is. Everyone likes seeing you too. It's always good fun.
Mm.
Cool. Well, I'm going to sign off now. Go on.
No, what?
I was going to say, I'm going to sign off now and say thank you ever so much for joining us. It's been really, really good to chat to you, and definitely can't wait to see you next year. So thank you ever so much for coming to our creator catch up. Thank you everyone in our audience as well for joining in and watching us. So do check out the rest of the Lawless YouTube page for all our other interviews and live panels as well. Don't forget to check out the Lawless Comic Con website, because we've got some merchandise on there, and I think we're doing a bit of a creator bar tab as well on the GoFundMe, so go and support that if you can do. Do like and share this interview, and go and check out the rest of the interviews and panels that we've got on the Lawless YouTube page today. And thank you ever so much for watching, and we'll see you all again soon. Take care.
Chicken Chevy.